Okay, we're gonna try this again for the last one. Numbers 34 to 44. All right, number 34 here. Okay, the sentence starts off here, and then there's a period, so it ends right there. Okay, if we read here, from Michelangelo's David to Vincent van Gogh's series of self-portraits to Grant Wood's iconic image of a farm couple in American Gothic, all we get are a string of prepositional phrases. There is no subject and verb, so we know that this is not a complete sentence, an independent sentence. Here, the next part is these works by human artists have favored representations of blah blah blah. So because the first part is not a true an independent sentence, we have to be able to connect them in a way that works. And we know that with the semicolon, this is saying that the sentence before has a subject and verb, and we know that that's not true, so we can cross this out. We can't use a period, right, because this sentence does not have a subject and verb, and therefore cannot stand independently. The only one that works is D, because the comma shows that the prepositional phrases are just modifiers, okay? I'm talking about basically describing what these works are. Right. Okay, now number 35. Okay, here you see Coolidge and then you see a comma, okay? And so it's asking you, is it a comma, is it a dash, is it a semicolon, or nothing? If it's a dash, one of the things to look for is another dash, because they usually come in pairs. And what do you see here? It's another dash. And you can tell that's dash, popularized in a series of paintings by American artist C.M. Coolidge, dash, okay? Because here, this is just another modifier, right? Talking about these images of dogs playing poker. So if you see it in pairs, usually it's probably going to be the right answer, but just make sure that it is actually a modifier, okay? They usually are modifiers. Remember that. This is most of the time, not all the time. Okay, and if it was a semicolon, again, we'd have to see two subjects and verbs, and this just doesn't look like a two sentence connecting kind of like sentence. All right, number 36. Here it says portrays animals, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is look for the subject, because this looks like a verb to me, right? And if we start all the way up here, yet some of the earliest blah, 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 we realize that some is the subject. Some is one of those weird indefinite pronouns where we don't know if it's plural or singular. It depends on the context, so I'll give you a clue. Some of the works, that's plural because of the works. But if you have something like some of the pizza, this is singular because of pizza, right? Here it says some of the earliest known works, right? So it's plural. So we're looking for a plural answer, and that's portray. 37. The writer wants to link the first paragraph with the ideas that follow, right? So it's right here. So it's going to link all this stuff up here with all the stuff on the other side, okay? They are counting on the fact that you are lazy, okay? They really want to annoy you so that you don't want to turn the next page and that you'll just make a big guess. Don't do that, all right? Don't be lazy, turn it over, all right? But let's read what's here first. Nor has artistic homage to our fellow creatures entirely died out in the millennia since, despite the many years that have passed between then and now, okay? What is the next paragraph about? It talks about State Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, one of Russia's greatest art museums, has long had a productive partnership with a much-loved animal. So we know in the following, right? In the following, it talks about Russian museums, right? That was a big thing. So in the answer choice, we're going to see if any of these talk about Russian. And here you go. One museum in Russia shows, right? That's kind of like the easiest way to figure out what the answer is. Let's go to the next question. 38. Okay, we went over this before, but I'll do it over again, right? So here we have a verb, right? So let's look for the subject verbs and the nouns that follow this. Okay, so we have, for centuries, cats have guarded this famous place. Okay, ridding it of mice. Who is doing the ridding? Cats are, right? They're ridding it of mice, rats, and other rodents. That could damage the art. Who could damage the art? It is these nouns right here, right? The mice, rats, and other rodents. They could damage the art, not to mention scare off visitors. Who is doing the scaring off of visitors? It is these mice, rats, and rodents. So they could damage, one, or scare off, right? We're going to do parallel for damage and scare, and so you get C. Do not get tricked into choosing B because you think cats ridding, right? That's the trick answer, okay? Because if that's true, that means it's cats are ridding the Museum of Mice, and cats are scaring off visitors, but they're not. They're protecting and guarding the museum. 39. To make this paragraph most logical, sentence 5 should be placed, okay? If you look here, it begins with continuing the tradition. So what is this tradition? Okay, Elizaveta introduced the best and strongest cats in Russia to the Hermitage. Okay, so this tradition right here of introducing the best and strongest cats, if it's continuing it, that means it must have been started before, right? So we're gonna look for who started this tradition. Okay, just following the logic, right? If it says continue, that means there must have been something that started it. If we look right up here, it says Peter the Great introduced, which is another way of saying start. Started the first cat to the Hermitage. So we know that it has to come after sentence 3. C. Okay, number 40. Recently decreed. Here we know that this is a verb. Okay, who are the people that are decreeing it? These are officials. What are they decreeing? They're decreeing paintings. Okay, but can you decree paintings? No, you decree things like law or like rules, orders, right? And usually it's the government that decrees, or like a king. Okay, for paintings, you actually commission them. Okay, you would not be forcing paintings. That would be maybe for like a slave or something, and you do not license paintings. Okay, you commission paintings. All right, 41. Here it says person chosen for this task, digital artist Elder Zakirov painted the cats in the style traditionally, yada yada yada, right? So this person painted, and we have all this thing in the middle, right? Who is this person? It's the person chosen for this task. What did this person do? Painted. So we can almost take out the underlined part and just have the person chosen for this task painted the cats, and that would be fine. That means whatever we just kind of hid, that is a modifier describing this person. Okay, who is this person? Digital artist Elder Zakirov. So if we can take it out like that, if it's just the modifier, we need a comma here before the verb, okay? And here we also know that because it's a name, we don't need this comma. We can say digital artist Elder Zakirov without the comma in between them. The only one that does this is D. 42. Which choice most effectively sets up examples that follow? Sets up examples, right? So what are the examples that follow, right? Again, don't be lazy. Okay? Turn the page, right? So here, presenting the cats as noble individuals worthy of respect. One portrait, the Hermitage Court Chamber Herald cat includes, okay, an aristocratic tilt of feline ear, stately sweep of tail, okay, and stiff scarlet and gold court dress, royal court dress. Okay. So we know, didn't show. So we know that these cats are being drawn in a way where they look like nobles, right? Aristocratic, that's like another word for noble, right? Stiff scarlet and gold royal court dress. So here, A is the correct answer. They are being noble individuals worthy of respect. Okay, is this trying to capture the unique characteristic of each cat? No, cats do not wear gold robes or anything like that, right? Are they trying to comment on the absurdity of dressing up cats? No, okay? They actually respect these cats. Are they trying to indicate that they're talented mouse catchers? That might be true, but no, they're not. They're not going to dress a cat in a gold royal robe to show that they're very talented mouse catchers. All right, number 43. At this point, the writer is considering adding the following sentence. Okay. So again, we're going to look at this sentence from here to here, and here to, I guess, all the way down to here. So this is about museum occupies 6 historical buildings, right? What is this about? This is about the wise, thoughtful green eyes of the subject mimic those of the trusted royal advisor, right? This is about the cat and how the cat looks. Some may find it peculiar to observe cats portrayed in formal court poses. So this is still about cats, right? This is still about the cat, and then cats, okay? This here has nothing to do with cats, right? No cats. So we can get rid of it. We can't add it, right? So get rid of yes and yes. So it's either between C and D, okay? And here it's D because it's irrelevant, right? Because the whole passage this whole area did not talk about the Winter Palace. They just brought up the Winter Palace. All right, 44. Okay, but these felines, okay, again, cats, right? By mastering the art of killing mice and rats are benefactors of the museum. Okay, did they master the art, right? Did they master the art? Cats don't master the art, they're born with this, right? So A is wrong because they do not master. It's not like they go to a gym and study like how to kill mice, right? Okay, are they acting as the lead predator in the museum's ecosystem? I have no idea, right? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Okay, are they hunting down and killing all the mice and rats? Sure, but all? I don't know about all. One by one? I don't know about that either, right? These are the extreme things. Are they protecting the museum's priceless artworks from destructive rodents? Yes. There you have it. All right, hopefully this helped.